Hi, and welcome to Anywho's Review. Today I am going to be reviewing the 2021 horror slash thriller slash drama Fear of Rain. Let's just start with the title Fear of Rain. When one sees this title, one imagines this film is going to be about ambrophobia, which is an anxiety and disorder seen in kids and adults where they have a fear of rain. But this movie is not about that. In fact, this movie is about another disorder, which is schizophrenia, which has nothing to do with ambrophobia, which makes me want to ask director Castell Landon why name it Fear of Rain. After watching the movie, I still don't get the connection with the plot and the title of the film, except the main character's name is Rain. Other than that, I have no idea, but then again, this movie comes from BuzzFeed Studios. Yes, the same BuzzFeed that creates thought provoking quizzes which ask you important questions like which Disney non-princess are you? Anywho, back to the review. This movie stars Katherine Heigl, yes, Grey's Anatomy, it's Katherine Heigl, and Harry Connick Jr., yes, the singer, Hope Floats actor, and the host of his own talk show. These two play parents to Rain Burrows, who is played by Madison Iseman. Rain suffers from schizophrenia and believes her neighbor slash school teacher has a kidnapped child stored away in her attic. To prove this theory, she enlists the help of her fellow classmate Caleb, played by Israel Broussard. The two of them try to find evidence that the neighbor has actually kidnapped someone. Now, if this premise reminds you of other movies, then you, my friend, have been watching too many movies. Because you would be correct to assume that this plot has been done to death before. But what is really odd is that Castell Landon, who writes and directs this movie, seemed to take The Sixth Sense, A Beautiful Mind, Disturbia, and the more recent Run and creates Fear of Rain. The only problem is that these movies individually are works of art and bring something new to cinema. You are surprised at the twists and turns in those films. In Fear of Rain, when you watch it, there is no thrill or suspense because if you have seen any of these other movies that I mentioned, you will guess the twist before it happens, which really leaves you unsatisfied as a moviegoer. Now, if you have not seen any of these movies and you are a younger viewer or someone who does not watch a lot of movies, then maybe you will like this. But it deals with trauma and schizophrenia in a very non clinical way that is really boring to watch. I think the only saving grace of this movie is the acting performances by all the actors. I think directing and writing and originality is really lacking in this movie. My advice would be to skip it and go watch any of the other movies that inspired this, like The Sixth Sense, A Beautiful Mind, Disturbia, and Run. You will have a better time watching any of these movies than Fear of Rain. Anywho, that was the review.